a segment such as the Diddy trial, okay? So the Diddy trial has taken a wild turn. And if you're just tuning in, buckle up, because one of the central witnesses, identified only as Jane Doe, is not only testifying against Diddy in federal court, but is still having her $10,000 monthly rent paid by the man she's helping prosecute. Yeah, you heard that right. She's living large on the West Coast, fully furnished apartment and all, funded by the same person she's accusing. It's a legal soap opera at this point with real life consequences. And according to her sworn testimony, which we'll get into in a minute in the article, their relationship was far from ordinary. She called it a love contract, and Diddy told her, "I'll take care of you," and that meant covering her rent, her dental work, yeah, because she got them teeth done, even her furniture. And she admitted it was transactional. Even used her first $10,000 payment to go set up. And Diddy added another 15,000 to make sure she was good. But in her words in court, this was him giving me some love in return. Y'all hear that? But that's not love. That's a retainer with benefits, if you ask me. But with no further ado, family, let's get into the article. So it says, Diddy trial recap. Ex-girlfriend Jane testifies Combs paid her rent as leverage and treated her like an animal. And it says Sean Combs' ex-girlfriend Jane testified Monday in the music module's New York sex trafficking trial. And we scroll down. Sean Diddy Combs' ex-girlfriend Jane returned to the stand for her third day of testimony. Jane, who dated Combs from 2021 to 2024, is testifying under a pseudonym. Says she felt Combs was paying her rent as leverage to control her during their relationship. Jane also accused Combs of treating her like an animal after years of hotel nights, according to texts shown in court from October 2023. And Jane previously testified that hotel nights involved her having, smacks with other men at Combs' direction. These could last several hours, with one lasting more than 3 days, she previously testified. Jane also testified she fainted after reading Cassie Ventura's 2023 civil lawsuit against Combs. Jane said it felt like reading her own sexual trauma. Combs' attorneys called for a mistrial again, claiming that Brianna Bogolona's testimony last week was demonstrably false. Bargalon said Combs dangled her from a 17-story balcony. Judge Oram Subraman said he will address their filing on Tuesday morning after prosecutors have a chance to respond. Combs is facing sex trafficking, transportation to engage in prostitution, and racketeering conspiracy charges, and he was arrested in September 2024 as federal authorities alleged he threatened, abused, and coerced victims to fulfill his sexual desires between 2004 to 2024, which is 20 years to be exact. The rapper has denied any accusations of wrongdoing. So, I put that out there to say, I said it's a retainer with benefits, right? Because it blurs the line between romance and arrangement, if you ask me, between intimacy and influence. But let's not pretend it stops there. She said Diddy hosted freak offs, basically wild smex parties involving, group activity, and she went along with it. You know what I'm saying? But it crossed her boundaries though, but she went along with it. She felt jealous. She felt pushed. She even admitted to feeling selfish when Diddy gave attention to other women, right? Um, because these are the things that are being said when it comes to Jane said Diddy paid her rent in order to control her. Jane testified Diddy sent her doctor's notes to elicit sympathy. Jane describes, that was Cassie Ventura's lawsuit. Court resumes. Jane says she didn't see Diddy for months after Cassie lawsuit. So you can obviously see that this relationship has been ongoing and still ongoing. They asked her, Jane testified that she didn't see Diddy for 3 months. Jane didn't see Combs from November until February 2024, though they kept in touch occasionally. In December 2023, Jane texts Combs, "Please stop using women for your fetish." Um, Combs then asked Jane if she was trying to set him up, and if she was recording their phone calls. Jane tells Combs she became the side chick and some ex-worker in their relationship. Jane texts Sean Diddy Combs that she had became the side chick in their relationship in December 2023. Jane asked for space from Combs during their break, which she began after she read Cassie Ventura's lawsuit against him. Um, Jane told Diddy's chief of staff he threatened to release her tapes. They got back together in February 2024. Combs asked if she was free on her birthday. Jane said she responded she was a little traumatized from spending her past birthdays with him. And Jane previously testified that Combs had her do hotel nights on her birthday. Jane testified she felt a sense of calm when they were separated. Jane joined OnlyFans during their separation to reclaim having her independence. She testified. Um, Sean Diddy Combs hired Jean, a lawyer from Homeland Security. Jane said she and Combs split peacefully in March 2024. Interesting. So you guys get the gist of it, right? But what's mind blowing to me, Jane testified that Sean Diddy Combs paid her $10,000 rent, right? So I want to point that out there, right? Because the thing is, she even admitted to feeling selfish when Diddy gave attention to other women. So now we got emotional manipulation layered on top of financial dependency, which is a volatile mix. Because before Diddy, she was getting $7,000, if you guys don't know, a month in child support from her previous partner. Another high earning man, obviously, and the pattern here is undeniable because she moves in circles where wealthy men support her lifestyle. That's what it seems. I mean, she says she had to join OnlyFans just to have some type of independence because obviously she wasn't paying for the lifestyle, let alone paying her rent, which is $10,000 because Sean Diddy Combs Diddy was, right? So the patterns are undeniable, not undeniable. She moves in circles where wealthy men support her lifestyle, and it's a playbook in my eyes. Some might call it survival, others will call it a hustle. The defense picked up on this and pressed her hard because if you're not with Diddy and you're helping put him behind bars, why is he still paying your rent? That's $10,000 a month. And her answer is because Diddy is generous and still takes care of the people who's part of his life. So loyalty or leverage is the real question. You decide. Because here's the thing: when a key witness is still on payroll of the accused, how solid is her testimony? So that's not just messy, but it's a full blown conflict of interest, if you ask me. And to be clear, no witness so far has said they were forced or drugged. Uncomfortable? Yes. Coerced? Possibly. But criminal? That's still in question. So, what are we really watching here? A criminal trial or a moral expose? Right? So, and Jane Doe even admitted she was angry Diddy gave Young Miami, the girl that he was dating and messing around with, more money than he gave her. And that's not justice. That's just jealousy, man. That's a competition for clout and cash dressed up as a courtroom reckoning. So again, is this about accountability or is this just about the fallout from a broken cycle of excess and ego?